Good day, my friends. There is something unique about being chosen. To be chosen means you are set apart, marked for a purpose greater than yourself. It means you carry a calling that requires focus, discipline, and unwavering commitment to destiny. But with that calling often comes a season of isolation, a time when romantic connections may seem elusive, even non-existent. Let me tell you why this is not a punishment but a preparation. You see, when you are chosen, your life is not ordinary. You cannot afford to be distracted by relationships that dilute your potential. The chosen are often called to walk alone because the weight of their assignment is heavy and not everyone is equipped to carry it with you. Isolation is not rejection, it is refinement. It is in this space that your characters develop, your vision becomes clear, and your strength is fortified. The absence of romantic connection during this time is not a sign that you are worthy of love, but a sign that love must wait until you are aligned with your purpose. If you rush into connections before your foundation is set, you risk building relationships that cannot withstand the storms of life. But when you embrace this season, you prepare yourself for love that will complement, not compete with your destiny. The chosen must remember, isolation is not permanent. It is a phase, a season, a classroom where you learn to rely on your Creator and cultivate the fullness of who you are. When the time is right, the one who is meant for you will come not to complete you, but to partner with you in fulfilling your calling. Being chosen is not just a label, it is a defining mark that separates you from the ordinary. To be chosen means you have been set apart for a purpose that is greater than yourself, a purpose that demands your full attention, dedication, and commitment. This calling is not something that can be casually embraced. It requires intentionality and focus. When you are chosen, your life carries a weight of responsibility that not everyone can understand or share in. This separation is not always comfortable, and it often comes with feelings of loneliness or being misunderstood. However, it is essential to recognize that this set-apart nature is not a punishment, but a privilege. You have been entrusted with something unique, something that has the potential to change lives, inspire others, and contribute to the world in a way only you can. This uniqueness is why being chosen often involves walking a path that looks different from others. The chosen are called to a higher standard. Your decisions, priorities, and even your relationships must align with the greater purpose for which you have been called. This alignment requires clarity and intentionality, which can only come when distractions are minimized. In many cases, romantic connections, especially those that are not rooted in mutual purpose, can serve as distractions. Relationships have the power to either elevate or day your destiny. As someone who is chosen, you cannot afford to be entangled in connections that dilute your focus or compromise your mission. This separation often feels like isolation, but it is important to understand its purpose. When you are set apart, it creates space for personal growth and preparation. This time allows you to develop the character, skills, and resilience necessary to carry the weight of your calling. It also positions you to hear clearly without interference, the direction and wisdom needed to fulfill your purpose. Isolation is not a sign of abandonment. It is a deliberate and intentional phase where you are prepared for the magnitude of what lies ahead. Additionally, being set apart requires that you embrace the reality that not everyone will understand or support your journey. People may question why you are single or why your life does not follow the traditional patterns of others. But as someone who is chosen, your path is unique, and it will not always make sense to those who are not walking the same road. This misunderstanding is part of the process, and it is crucial not to allow the opinions of others to sway you from the direction you are being led. Being set apart also means that you are protected. When you are chosen, your steps are ordered in such a way that you are shielded from connections that could harm your purpose. You may not see it at the moment, but there are relationships and situations that, if entered prematurely or unwisely, could cause unnecessary pain or distraction. The isolation you feel is often a layer of divine protection, ensuring that you are preserved for what is best for you. Ultimately, being set apart is a mark of honor, not exclusion. It means you are part of a bigger story, one that requires careful preparation and intentional living. While it may come with sacrifices, the rewards of living in alignment with your calling far outweigh the temporary discomfort of isolation. When you embrace this set-apart nature, you position yourself to walk boldly and confidently in your purpose, knowing that every step is leading you closer to the fulfillment of your destiny. Isolation, though often uncomfortable, is one of the most significant seasons in the life of a chosen individual. It is a season designed not to punish but to prepare. Too often people view isolation as rejection or abandonment. In truth, it is a critical part of the process for anyone called to a higher purpose. Preparation requires solitude, and solitude is where the greatest transformations occur. When you are isolated, you are placed in an environment where external distractions are minimized, allowing you to focus inward and upward. This period is essential for refining your character. In isolation, you are forced to confront the parts of yourself that need growth, the insecurities, the weaknesses, and the habits that may hinder your calling. Without the distractions of constant interaction or the comfort of human companionship, you are given the space to address these areas with honesty and intentionality. This is not easy, but it is necessary. Character is the foundation upon which purpose is built, and isolation ensures that this foundation is strong and unshakable. Isolation also clarifies vision. When your life is cluttered with too many voices, opinions, and relationships, it becomes difficult to hear the still, small voice that guides you. Being alone allows you to see your path with fresh eyes and renewed clarity. You begin to understand your purpose on a deeper level, recognizing not just the what of your calling, but also the why and how. This clarity is essential because as a chosen one, your purpose requires precision. Missteps and distractions can delay your destiny, but the refinement of isolation ensures that you are focused and prepared. Strength is another attribute cultivated in isolation. It takes resilience to walk a path that feels lonely and uncertain. However, this resilience is not born in moments of comfort or ease. It is forged in the quiet struggles of solitude. In this space, you learn to rely on your Creator and your inner strength rather than external validation or support. Isolation builds a deep well of endurance within you, a reserve you can draw upon when challenges arise later in your journey. It is in these moments that you realize the isolation you endured was not for nothing. It was shaping you into someone capable of carrying the weight of your calling. Furthermore, the absence of romantic connection during this season is not an oversight, but an intentional act of preparation. It may seem unfair or even painful to lack companionship, but this absence is purposeful. It creates a space for you to focus on your growth and alignment without the distractions that romantic relationships often bring. It is not that love is withheld from you, rather it is being reserved for the right time when you are ready and when the connection will complement your purpose instead of competing with it. Isolation also allows you to shed what no longer serves you. In relationships and social interactions, it is easy to hold on to habits, mindsets, or even people who are not aligned with your purpose. Solitude strips these away, leaving you with only what is essential for your journey. This pruning process can feel painful, but it is necessary for new growth and greater fruitfulness. Lastly, isolation instills a profound sense of trust in the process. When you are set apart and feel the weight of loneliness, it is easy to doubt whether the path you are on is the right one. But as you endure and grow in the season, you begin to see the purpose behind it. You recognize that isolation was never about keeping you from something good, but about preparing you for something better. It is in this preparation that you find the strength, clarity, and character to fulfill your destiny. Ultimately, isolation is a gift. It is a time of preparation, transformation, an alignment that ensures you are ready to step into the fullness of your calling. While it may feel challenging in the moment, the fruits of this season will become evident as you move forward in purpose and power. The absence of romantic connection during certain seasons of life, particularly for those who are chosen, is often misunderstood. It can feel like rejection, loneliness, or a reflection of unworthiness, but in reality, it is none of these. This absence is a purposeful delay designed to ensure that your relationships align with your destiny rather than derail it. The feeling of being without a romantic partner is not an indication that you are unlovable or unworthy. Instead, it signifies that there is a greater alignment happening in your life, one that prioritizes your calling over immediate emotional gratification. When you are chosen, your life is orchestrated with intentionality. Every aspect, including your relationships, is being prepared in a way that supports your purpose. Romantic connections, as fulfilling as they can be, carry significant weight. They influence your thoughts, decisions, and direction. For someone with a higher calling, the wrong relationship can become a source of distraction, conflict, or even stagnation. This is why during seasons of preparation, the absence of romantic connection is not a reflection of inadequacy, but of time, timing, and protection. The absence of a partner in these moments allows you to focus entirely on your growth and development. It creates space for you to explore who you are, what you believe, and what you are called to do without the additional layer of emotional entanglement that relationships bring. Relationships are beautiful, but they require energy, compromise, and emotional bandwidth. For the chosen, there are times when that energy is better invested in building a solid foundation for your purpose. This season of romantic absence ensures that you are not distracted from the work that must be done to prepare you for what lies ahead. Furthermore, this season allows you to build a deep sense of self-worth that is not tied to external validation. Too often, people derive their sense of value from being wanted or loved by another person. While romantic love is wonderful, it should not define your identity. In the absence of a romantic connection, you are given the opportunity to discover and embrace your intrinsic worth. You come to understand that your value is not dependent on whether someone chooses you as a partner, but on the fact that you have been chosen for a greater purpose. This realization is liberating as it frees you from the need to seek validation through relationships. It is also important to recognize that love, when given prematurely or received without alignment, can become a source of pain rather than joy. A relationship that is not grounded in shared purpose and mutual growth can lead to disappointment and heartbreak. The absence of a romantic connection during your season of preparation is a safeguard against entering into relationships that could hinder your progress or distract you from your calling. It is a protective measure, ensuring that when love does enter your life, it will be the right love, one that complements your journey rather than complicates it. This season of romantic absence also allows you to develop clarity about the kind of partner you truly need. Without the pressure of being in a relationship, you can take the time to understand your values, priorities, and non-negotiables. You can discern what qualities in a partner will align with your purpose and what will not. This clarity ensures that when the time comes to connect with someone romantically, you are entering the relationship with intention and wisdom rather than out of a need to fill a void. Relationships, when entered into hastily, often serve as weak foundations. They may begin with excitement and passion, but lack the depth, shared vision, and mutual understanding required to endure challenges. As someone carrying a significant purpose, you cannot afford to build on a foundation that is unstable. Imagine constructing a house on sand. The structure may rise quickly, but when storms come, it collapses under pressure. In the same way, relationships that are not carefully considered can crumble when faced with the demands of life. For the chosen, whose journey often involves unique challenges, these weak foundations can not only falter, but also divert energy and focus away from the mission at hand. Furthermore, relationships that are misaligned with your purpose can become sources of distraction. Instead of propelling you forward, they may pull you in directions that conflict with your calling. Time, energy, and emotional bandwidth are finite resources. When invested in relationships that do not align with your destiny, these resources are depleted, leaving less for the work you are meant to do. Distractions can take many forms: compromise of values, emotional turmoil, or simply a shift in focus away from your goals. Over time, these distractions can erode your momentum and delay your progress. The cost of a rushed or misaligned connection is not merely emotional, but also spiritual and practical. The wrong relationship can stifle your growth, limit your opportunities, and even damage your confidence and sense of purpose. When you are chosen, your life is not your own. It is part of a greater plan. A relationship that conflicts with this plan can create internal tension as you are torn between pleasing a partner and fulfilling your destiny. This tension can lead to decisions that compromise your integrity or cause you to stray from the path you were meant to follow. In addition to the potential for distraction, rushed relationships often fail to provide the support needed for a chosen individual. A purpose-driven life comes with unique challenges, including moments of isolation, criticism, and high expectations. Not everyone is equipped to walk alongside you in this journey. If a relationship is formed without careful consideration, you may find yourself with a partner who cannot understand, support, or appreciate the demands of your calling. This mismatch can lead to frustration, resentment, and a sense of being misunderstood. This is why patience is so crucial for the chosen. Waiting for the right connection is not about passivity or fear of commitment. It is about honoring the magnitude of your calling. It is about recognizing that your relationships have the power to influence not only your life, but also the lives of those impacted by your purpose. A rushed relationship risks squandering this influence, while a deliberate, intentional partnership amplifies it. In the meantime, this season of waiting allows you to focus on your growth and preparation. It gives you the space to develop the strength, character, and clarity needed to steward your calling effectively. By taking the time to build a strong personal foundation, you ensure that when the right relationship comes along, you are ready to embrace it with confidence and wisdom. Trust the timing and trust the process. The relationships that truly matter are worth waiting for because they will align with your propelling toward the fulfillment of your destiny. Isolation, while often perceived as a lonely or discouraging experience, carries a profound and transformative purpose for those who are chosen. This season of solitude is not an accident. It is a deliberate design to strengthen your reliance on your Creator and deepen your self-awareness. The chosen are called to walk paths that are unique, often challenging, and always purpose-filled. To navigate these paths, a foundation of unwavering faith and self-understanding is essential. Isolation becomes the environment in which these qualities are cultivated. When you are stripped of constant interaction and companionship, you are left with an opportunity to turn inward and upward. The distractions of relationships, friendships, and social dynamics are removed, leaving space for a deeper connection with your Creator. It is in this space of quietness that you begin to hear the still, guiding voice that offers clarity, direction, and assurance. While the noise of daily life can cloud your vision and dull your spiritual sensitivity, isolation clears the air, allowing you to recognize the hand of your Creator working in and through you. This period also serves as a time of self-discovery. In the absence of external validation, you are challenged to confront your inner self. Who are you when no one is watching? What are your true values, desires, and priorities? These questions, while uncomfortable, are necessary for growth. Isolation forces you to address areas of your life that may have been overlooked or ignored. In doing so, it refines your character, strengthens your identity, and aligns your actions with your higher purpose. One of the most powerful aspects of isolation is its ability to shift your perspective on dependency. Human nature often leans toward relying on others for support, affirmation, and guidance. While relationships are valuable and necessary, the chosen must learn to draw their ultimate strength from their Creator rather than people. Isolation teaches you that you are never truly alone. Even in the absence of human connection, you are supported by a power greater than yourself. This realization builds resilience and confidence as you come to understand that your Creator's presence is constant and unwavering no matter the external circumstances. Isolation also cultivates patience and trust. When you are chosen, the path to your destiny is rarely a straight or predictable one. There will be moments when the journey feels slow, uncertain, or even stagnant. It is during these times that isolation becomes a test of your faith. Can you trust the process, even when it does not make sense? Can you believe that the silence is part of the preparation, not an indication of abandonment? These questions challenge you to lean into your faith and to trust that every moment of isolation is working for your good. Additionally, isolation provides the space for you to develop skills and strengths that will be crucial for the next phase of your journey. Without the distractions of relationships and social obligations, you have the opportunity to focus on your personal growth. Whether it is owning a talent, deepening your knowledge, or strengthening your emotional resilience, this time is a gift, a chance to prepare yourself fully for the demands of your calling. Isolation is not a void, it is a workshop where you are being shaped and molded into the person you need to become. Finally, isolation fosters gratitude. When you eventually emerge from this season and begin to experience the connections and opportunities that await you, you will appreciate them more deeply. You will recognize that the time spent alone was not wasted, but was a critical part of your preparation. The relationships you form and the milestones you achieve will feel sweeter, knowing that they are the result of perseverance, faith, and alignment with your Creator's timing. In every moment of isolation, there is purpose. It is a season of refining, strengthening, and equipping you for the journey ahead. While it may feel difficult, trust that it is part of a greater plan. The solitude is temporary, but the transformation it brings will last a lifetime. Embrace this season, knowing that it is shaping you into someone who can walk confidently and faithfully into your destiny. The right relationship, like all meaningful aspects of life, comes at the right time. For those who are chosen, timing is not incidental, it is intentional. There is a divine order to how and when things unfold, and relationships are no exception. While it may feel frustrating or even disheartening to wait for a romantic connection, it is important to understand that this waiting period is purposeful. The absence of love during certain seasons is not a reflection of neglect, but of careful orchestration, ensuring that when love does arrive, it aligns effectively with your calling and destiny. Relationships are powerful. They have the capacity to build, uplift, and inspire, but they also carry the potential to distract, derail, or diminish. For someone chosen, your life's purpose is intricately connected to every major decision you make, including the relationships you enter. A relationship formed prematurely or one that is misaligned with your purpose can create unnecessary challenges. It can introduce tension, compromise, or emotional strain that hinders you from focusing on the higher calling for which you were designed. This is why waiting is not just important but essential. The waiting period allows you to grow into the person you are meant to be. It ensures that when you do connect with someone, you are bringing your whole self to the relationship, a self that is emotionally mature, spiritually grounded, and aligned with your destiny. The same is true for your future partner. During this season, they too are being prepared and shaped so that when your paths finally cross, you are both ready to build something strong and meaningful together. One of the challenges of waiting is the temptation to settle. When loneliness sets in or societal pressures begin to weigh heavily, it can be easy to compromise your standards in the pursuit of companionship. However, settling for a relationship that is convenient but not aligned with your purpose can have long-term consequences. It may temporarily fill the void of loneliness, but will ultimately leave you feeling unfulfilled and disconnected from your greater calling. The chosen cannot afford to settle because their relationships must serve a higher purpose. They must complement and enhance the mission, not compete with it. When the right relationship does arrive, it will feel different. It won't be forced or rushed, but will unfold naturally and with ease. There will be a sense of alignment and mutual understanding as if everything in your journey has been leading up to this moment. This connection will not detract from your calling, but will amplify it. Together, you and your partner will create a union that is both fulfilling and fruitful, one that serves as a testament to the power of waiting for the right time. It is also important to recognize that the timing of a relationship is not solely about you. Sometimes the delay is about the other person and their journey. Just as you are being prepared, so are they. Your paths are being aligned in a way that ensures when you meet, the connection is not only meaningful but enduring. Trusting this process requires patience and faith, knowing that the timing is part of a greater plan. In the meantime, this season of waiting is an opportunity for growth. It is a chance to focus on your personal development, deepen your faith, and align your life with your purpose. Rather than seeing this time as a void, embrace it as a gift, a period of preparation that will make the eventual connection all the more rewarding. The waiting is not wasted. It is part of the process of becoming the person who is ready to love and be loved in a way that honors your calling. The right relationship, when it comes, will be worth every moment of waiting. It will bring with it not just companionship, but also alignment, purpose, and joy. Trust that the timing is intentional and allow yourself to embrace the journey, knowing that love is on its way, perfectly timed for the fulfillment of your destiny. When you trust the process, you begin to see delays not as denials, but as opportunities for growth. Waiting is never wasted time. It is a season of preparation. Whether it's the absence of a romantic connection, a period of professional stagnation, or a time of personal struggle, these moments are refining you. They teach patience, perseverance, and humility, qualities that are essential for anyone with a significant calling. The waiting period ensures that when the right opportunities and relationships come, you are ready to embrace them fully and responsibly. This trust extends to relationships as well. The absence of a romantic connection or the delay in finding a partner may feel like a void, but it is actually a space being intentionally preserved for something greater. Trusting the process means believing that the right person will come into your life when the timing aligns perfectly with your purpose. In the meantime, this season of waiting is an opportunity to prepare yourself emotionally, spiritually, and mentally for a relationship that will not only fulfill you, but also complement your calling. Faith is at the core of trusting the process. It requires believing that even when you cannot see the full picture, there is a plan at work. This trust allows you to release the need for control and surrender to the unfolding of your journey. It means accepting that while you may not understand everything in the moment, clarity will come in time. Trust is not passive. It is an active choice to believe in the purpose behind the process and to continue moving forward, even in uncertainty. Ultimately, trust in the process is about embracing the journey in its entirety, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. It is about recognizing that each step is a building block for the future. While the process may not always make sense, it is shaping you the person you need to be to fulfill your calling. Trust that every delay, every struggle, and every moment of waiting is purposeful. The process is not about where you are right now, but about where you are being prepared to go. In every moment of waiting, isolation, and preparation, there is purpose. For the chosen life is not random. It is a carefully orchestrated journey designed to align you with your destiny. The absence of romantic connection, the challenges of delayed relationships, and the seasons of solitude are not punishments, but opportunities for transformation. They are periods of refining, equipping, and preparing you for the greater calling on your life. Trust that every step of this journey is intentional. The waiting teaches you patience. The isolation deepens your self-awareness and faith. The challenges cultivate strength and resilience. And the relationships you eventually enter will reflect the alignment and clarity you have gained through this process. Your life as a chosen individual is marked by significance. And every delay or difficulty is shaping you into someone capable of carrying the weight of your purpose. When the right connections come, they will not compete with your destiny, but enhance it. They will arrive at the perfect time, complementing the person you have become and the mission you are called to fulfill. So embrace the process with faith and confidence. You are not being overlooked or forgotten. You are being prepared. The path may be difficult, but the destination is worth it. Trust the journey, trust the timing, and trust that the best is yet to come.